the 100-second possession that ended with the layup for you, what were you seeing on that play? And just go through it a little bit.
To put us up, put us up 10.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, I missed 5 or 6 straight shots. I had one up at the rim, a lefty that didn't go, a couple jumpers didn't go, had a turnover. But I was just trying to be aggressive, and we were just trying to, be aggressive offensively. But I was able to run into a pick and roll at that point in time with D. Wade, and I knew they'd been switching pick and rolls the whole time, so I kind of slipped out of there, and D. Wade put it right on the money, right over the top, and I was able to put us up 10. That was definitely a huge play for us.
LeBron, they tend to have a tendency to keep the game low scoring, muck it up, make it difficult to get the kind of shots you guys want. Does it say something that you were able to stay in until you had your moment? And how frustrating is it to play against a team that seemingly would like to play in the 80s or no more than the low 90s?
Frustrating. I think the playoffs can be frustrating at a time period. I mean, it's just how the game goes, and teams are trying to figure out ways to be, at their best. So it's frustrating at times, but for us, we just have to continue to work our offense, work our defense, put ourselves in a position where we can be successful, and I think we did that tonight. We had some. It was tough. It was definitely rough coming in that first quarter. We had 15 points in that first quarter, and it seemed like we couldn't get out of first gear. But in the second quarter, we started to turn around.
LeBron, 2 things. One, is that your NBA draft hat from your draft? And,
no, I wish. Keep going.
And how pivotal is Game 3 in Brooklyn to put them away and not let them sneak back in?
No, not my draft day hat. I wish. It's pretty cool. I thought it was fitting being an NFL draft, so figured that out. But for us, Game 3 is our next step in trying to get better. And, we're going with the same mindset as we did Game 3 in Charlotte, where if we get to our game, we don't turn the ball over. Offensively, we execute. Defensively, we put pressure on their guys. And we give ourselves a great chance to win. And, and if we don't do those things, then we don't give ourselves a great chance to win.
LeBron, how much fun has it been for you offensively to get such a balanced scoring effort each of the first 2 games?
It's big time. It's big time. I haven't got to the free throw line as much. I haven't had as much space. They kind of been packing the paint, but that's what our team is all about. We don't really care who score. We put guys in position to succeed at the highest level, and have 5 guys in double figures once again tonight. So the ball is moving. Didn't have as many assists as we would like, but the ball is moving, and guys are in a great rhythm.
Speaking of the NFL draft, you communicate with Johnny at all tonight as this is all going on? We were all joking that maybe we want a pay-per-view video camera on you during the Cowboys pick.
I was watching it in back and hoping that they took Johnny for sure, but I don't have my phone is off. During the postseason, so I have not had an opportunity to talk to him, but obviously best of luck to him for sure.
LeBron, Dwayne struggled a bit mostly in the first half. What was different for him specifically in the fourth quarter?
He just got in his rhythm. He took the shots that was there, and he took them with confidence. In the first half, I went up to him during the timeout and said, "Hey, if you got a shot, then you got to take it. Don't turn up really great shots, and I think in the fourth quarter he got to his rhythm, he got to his pull-up, got to the free throw line, and definitely helped out a lot.
LeBron, there was a lot of, I don't know if there was dirt being thrown on you guys necessarily, but there was a lot of questions coming into the postseason about you guys, especially the way you finished and the 11-14 and all that. The 6-0 start to the playoffs, is that, are you appreciating that a little bit more, just given what the attitude seemed to be about this team coming into the playoffs?
Well, I'm appreciating us having our guys healthy. Obviously, no one's 100% healthy at this point in the season, but we have guys we have 15 guys, and I'm appreciating that. I'm not taking that for granted. And like I said before, it's very frustrating regular season, because I'm a guy that loves, team chemistry and camaraderie on the floor, and it was hard to get that. And in these first 6 postseason games for us, we've had it. We've had that cohesiveness, that rhythm that we need to win ball games, and it's great to have it, at this point in the year for sure.
Ron, how surprising is it to see Darren Williams go scoreless tonight?
For us, we don't really get involved into individuals and what they do. It's all about us. And obviously, we know he won't go scoreless in Game 3. Just like we knew KG wouldn't go scoreless in game 2. So, but for us, we don't get really caught up into individual stats and guys of that nature. We just play our game and try to put pressure on the guys that can make plays for their team, and we did that.
LeBron, you seem to like the cross-court baseline pass. Can you maybe walk us through the one to Mario in the corner over there, and how did you find him? How did you even see him?
I was being aggressive, got the ball in the post, was able to drive baseline on Teletovic, and KG kind of came and kind of closed it off. So I was thinking about going the other way and shooting a fadeaway, but I didn't want to take a bad shot at that point in time. And when I went back baseline, I seen Rio kind of in the dead corner, and I was like, just get it there, just don't hit the line. If you're throwing that pass, just don't hit the line. And Rio nailed that one, and then Ray nailed the next one, and that's how we got the run started.
LeBron, you guys started, I think, 1 of 7 on three-pointers. Did you notice that you were getting better looks as the game progressed?
I noticed that our bodies were moving more. I think in the first quarter we were stuck in mud for some reason. We just couldn't get out of first gear, and we had a couple turnovers. We were walking into our sets. Once we got our bodies moving, then you get a better rhythm. And I think it all started with Ray. When Ray came in, that's what Ray do. Ray, he's always in constant movement, and I think that helped us all out.
Actually, LeBron, I was going to ask you something about Ray. Does it seem, Eric talked about it, you're running, some of your best actions came with him running around. Do you feel like he looks even fresher now than he did earlier in the season?
It does. For some odd reason, it does. I think one thing we can't take for granted is Ray's ability to attract defense. And at times in the regular season, we kept Ray in the corners, and through our penetration, we hoped that a guy would just take one eye off of him, and then he could be able to get a shot. I think Ray's biggest asset is getting him on the run and making a defense shift from one side to the next. Just like if you want to move the ball from one side to another. With Ray, you can shift the defense without moving the ball because him coming off pin downs, him coming off wide screens, it really attracts so many guys. And, it's big time for our team to have that trigger.